Made a business decision.
Good career move right there.
Cashing in. 14 points, 11 rebounds for Dwight Howard, his second straight double-double. He's speaking in the locker room with Chris McGee.
Dwight, how key was it for you guys to come into Denver night before All-Star break, stay focused, and get this win?
I think it was very important, that we start to get ready for the second half of the season. It's important that we impose our will on teams, and I thought tonight we did that. We got to do a better job on the defensive end, but the second half of the season, it's time to turn up.
Frank had mentioned just now with the media, a lot of times before the All-Star break, you can see guys are already on vacation. He said with this team it was a little different before the game. Did you feel that as well?
Oh yeah, before the game we all talk. We know that we're going to have a week to ourselves. So tonight was coming out and bringing as much energy as possible. And, just to get everything you got. We got a week of rest, so I thought it was important for us to do that tonight. And, we came out and did. Guys stepped up and made some big shots, got some big stops, and we got a great win.
You got extended minutes tonight. Did you see that coming? Frank had credited you, especially in that third quarter, and the job you did on Jokic.
I just tried to come in the game and do whatever I can to help this team win, provide energy and effort, and play with the Mamba mentality.
Yeah. And listen, I know it's been a long couple weeks. It's been a couple heavy weeks. How needed is this break?
Oh man, it's been a long couple weeks. I think it's going to be great for us. To really get away and reset and get ready for the second half of the season. Right before the break, I think everybody experienced, something that we never thought would happen with the tragic event with Kobe and his family and all the families that were affected. It really affected a lot of us. And, we get this opportunity to really just kind of grieve, get that out the way a little bit. It's going to be tough to, just not think about it, for myself, especially, with me and Kobe being teammates and stuff like that. But, this gives us an opportunity to grieve and get ready for the second half of the season.
I know I speak for everyone. We've really appreciated your candor and your honesty through these last 2 weeks and talking to the media. We know Chicago was going to be special because of the dunk contest. I have to ask, can you share anything that you might do, or is you got to keep it under wraps?
Oh, man, I just really wish that we could turn back the hands of time. Kobe was for Kobe and for everybody else. But, I'm going to go out there and have fun, try to get the crowd into it. And I think it's going to be an exciting weekend. And I'm really looking forward to it.
41-12, Dwight.
41-12. We got to keep going. We got to stay humble, stay hungry, and keep our eyes on the prize, which is the championship, and it starts when we get back.
There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's what I'm talking about. If you got one or if you got 31, it's all the same.
Or 138.
138. I'm the one in the 138 right there. How many of those assists was to you? That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Magic at 100 I got most of his assists. Most of them to a Kareem, actually.
If you got one, if you got 30, it's all the same.
All the same.
More to come on Access Sportsnet
You're
Lakers.
in the club.
Alex Caruth.
On you tonight.
Post out.
Had 2 blocks and really, controlled the game down in the fourth quarter defensively. A lot of times Denver Nuggets were driving into the lane. AD showed up, exit out. So he makes a big impact on the game.
We're going to get your thoughts when we come back. But first, let's go inside the Lakers locker room. LeBron is speaking with Mike.
I feel how he feels.
LeBron, Frank said that you set the tone before the game, just your kind of game face in the locker room. This was not a 1 foot out to the All-Star break type of mindset, and you went on the court and played that way. What was that mindset for you specifically, and how do you think that came onto the court for your team?
I'm just trying to be as laser sharp as I could, laser focused. Understanding that, I know the break was coming, but I didn't want to take this opportunity for granted. I wanted to, play extremely well tonight for our ball club. I wanted us to play extremely well going into the break on a high note. And, our team, we responded very well.
You haven't had a ton of games lately with that kind of possession by possession down the stretch things. What are you looking for there, and especially with AD in the two-man game and how you guys are able to get good shots?
That's it. We're just trying to get great shots. Trying not to play against a shot clock, which we did a couple times, but for the most part, we got really good shots. And when you're able to do that, you always keep the defense at bay. And for the most part, we was able to knock them down, even though it was a back-and-forth game throughout the whole game.
You could argue that AC and Dwight came in and kind of changed the tempo control the game, especially on defense. So what did you see from Caruso and Dwight, and how big was that?
You said it. I mean, changed the game from an offensive rebounding standpoint, just bullying, whoever was on him, being able to get to the free throw line, getting us into the bonus, getting us some dunks, giving us extra possessions, and then AC defensively was just so in tune, getting steals, getting stops, getting strips, and being a very ultra-aggressive on the offensive end. So those guys are unbelievable off the bench for us.
It's a night like this for AD, continuing his growth process. He has the block on Jokic. He has the threes. It's one of the better teams in the Western Conference. Do you see this as part of his progression this season?
I mean, every opportunity that we get to play in a close game versus a tough opponent, it's a learning experience for all of us. It prepares us, for a postseason game where it's going to be back and forth, back and forth. I thought tonight was a playoff atmosphere, both teams being number 1 and number 2 in the West Conference, jockeying for position. So, just trying to make plays, whatever it takes, on the offensive end, on the defensive end, and and 80 was there, knocking down big threes, getting a block, getting some stops. I got the jump ball as well, just big time.
LeBron, with you being injured last year, does that make you, with not making the playoffs, do you feel more on a mission this year did that make you appreciate the game more, not playing last year, not being in the playoffs?
No, I don't need an injury to make me appreciate the game, but coming into this season, just very hungry, very enthused, very motivated on trying to put this team in position to be as successful as we can, and also at the end of the day, not ever skipping the process, and that's just my mindset.
You mentioned, does it make the victory going into the All-Star?
Well, I've been in locker rooms where you're trying to, catch the number 1 seed, and I can probably echo what Coach Malone's speech was those guys are 3 games ahead of us, and if we want to beat the number 1 seed, we got to beat them. They beat us on our home floor before, and let's go get this one. So I had that in my mind, understanding I know what they're thinking over there. I know the dialogue that's probably going over there, and saying they want to, try to get a great win versus us, going into the to the break. So, I just try to counterproduct that by, bringing that same intensity.
You've been on teams where, you guys have been the number 1 seed. You've been on teams where, you haven't chased that as hard. Is the number 1 seed a strong goal? You guys have been number 1 almost no matter what.
We don't talk about it. We really don't. We just play the game the right way. We don't talk about it. We see the standings. We know what it is, but we don't talk about it. We go out and say, hey, we're the number 1 seed. Let's play. No, we just go play our game. And if it happens, it happens.
You know, the 6-week sprint after the break until the postseason, big picture, what things have you guys done up to this point to make you feel, or what have you done to judge where you guys are at?
Well, we are where we need to be. And, we'll come back off the break and get ready for the final stretch of the regular season. But you don't put too much into it. You understand that you play some good basketball on the way. You play some not good basketball, but you want to continue to get better and continue to trust the process. So we look forward to it when we get back and get back on the floor and see how far we can continue to grow.
I know you don't talk about it amongst each other, but for you personally, how important do you think it is to have the number 1 seed?
We don't talk about it. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think every Western Conference team that will make the playoffs can win on someone else's floor. For us, we would love to play in front of our home fans as much as we can, with our Laker faithful. But, at the end of the day, you go out and play each and every game like it's its own game, and you can't worry about what can happen the following day. You can only live in the present. So, like we did tonight.
Having a key role in the All-Star game is a big. It's been part of your career for a long time. Do you find any ways to find breaks, just mental, over these? I
try. I truly try, and I got a couple days now where I can try to get a little break mentally. So we see what happens. All-Star break is obviously for guys that not a part of the All-Star weekend, so I'm very excited about my teammates being able to get some rest, decompress, get away from the game, and come back fresh. And myself will be locked in for them, no matter how much rest I can get. So it doesn't matter.
You have a long-standing partnership with University of Akron through your foundation, and today there's an announcement that expanding that partnership for your kids to Kent State.
Yep.
What can you tell us about how that came about?
How did it come about? Kent State loves what we're doing. We've always had a great relationship with Kent State and Akron U, and they love what we've been doing at the IPS. and we love the university as well. So it's always mutual when we're able to come together, something like that. So to be able to give free tuition to my inaugural kids at, at my, it's crazy. That means I'm like free tuition for 4 years. So they get to decide if they want to get free tuition there or they want to go to Akron U. We have so many options. And I just know that so many kids in my community just don't have many options. So for me to be in a position where I can give these kids options to decide what they want to do with their future, it's probably the best thing I've ever done. Appreciate it.
LeBron picked up his 12th triple-double tonight, and so it led us to this nifty graphic. Now, has the fourth most all-time triple-doubles as a Laker. You look at the players, you got Magic, Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bean Bryant, in a season and a half.
They left off one player.
Who's that?
I got one.
Oh, you already know we're coming back in the next block with a new graphic.
But Al, you're absolutely right. LeBron is in good company, man. The way he controls the game and the way he controls the pace of the game and still able to find his teammates when necessary. He's a phenomenal player. I mean, he's surpassing everything. Free throws, assists, and scoring. And he's an amazing player.
Yeah, I think because he does everything so well. And like we always talk about, 35 years old, year 17, and all the stuff that he's accomplishing. Look, every night he's going to have a new milestone, so it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the guy spent, what, $1 million on his body last season? What's he spending now, $2 million? I mean, he's 35 years young. He just keeps turning back the clock. An amazing, amazing way to finish the last game before the break.
Get big game on that graphic.
My picture up there, man.
Still to come. LeBron and Anthony Davis combined for 65 points in the